And welcome, everybody. It's Championship Sunday here in San Diego. Matt Holman alongside Coach Pete Ginniger. Chris Malone is here in the broadcast booth. And, Coach, you got a Division II championship. You got Concordia, Fullerton, the top two seeds. You as a coach, what do you think? And then we'll go down to Chris and hear what he has to say from Coach Ryan Brent.
Well, I think it's a great matchup today. It's an interesting matchup because you've got a team in Concordia who just wants to run and gun. You know, the governor is off for them. They just go against the Cal State Fullerton, who's a little more slow it down on the offense.
Right.
I think the big key today is going to be, can Fullerton slow them down early in the first quarter and let this game settle in.
And for more on that, let's go down to Chris Malone on the field. He's got Coach Ryan Brent from Concordia. Chris, what do you have for us?
Welcome to the SLC Championship Day here at La Casa Canyon High School. I'm Chris Malone, and our first of two games will be, our first game will be the Division II SLC Championship game between Concordia University and Cal State Fullerton. I'm joined right now by a head coach of Concordia, Ryan Brent. Coach, thanks for joining us and stopping by like you did yesterday, and congratulations on a convincing win. 23-8 over Northern Arizona University. What, after a game like that, where you're up 10-2 at the end of the first quarter, I think you're up 16-4 at halftime. What do you talk to the guys, last night in the hotel? What are you saying to the guys to get ready for this game today?
Well, we just came out. That was actually our game plan, was to jump on them early. We got a lot of guys in, emptied our entire bench. So, I think there was really no huge surprises there, and we've been kind of focused on this game without looking past NAU. This is the one we look forward to every year. We've played them 4 straight years for the championship, so if we don't know them now, we never will.
Sure. Yeah, you talk about the history here. You beat them about a month ago, beat Cal State about a month ago, 14-10. Anything in that game? I don't know if you watched the film last night or this week. Just you're preparing for this weekend. Is there one thing that Cal State does well or did well in that game or have done well in the past that your guys have to really make sure they pay attention to today?
Yeah, it's a battle of tempos. It's kind of funny. We're 20 miles down the road from each other, but couldn't be more different with the way that we play. We want to play fast. They want to slow it down and stall it. So what we found out last time we played them is, when we get one-on-one opportunities with their goalie, we have to finish. You saw it yesterday in their game too. If you let Loreno get hot, he's a very good goalie. So we have to finish those opportunities when they give them to us. We can't be casual with it, and we can't take, I wasn't too pleased with our shot selection towards the end of that game yesterday. So we got to reset and, kind of play the way we did in the beginning if we're going to be successful, because they'll sit on it for 2-3 minutes. And, I know as an offensive player, when you don't see the ball for a little while, that's when you start to get antsy. That's when you start making silly decisions with the ball. So, I think it's important that we finish them when we get them.
Yeah, no question. Loreno, he had 17 saves yesterday, right? So he played really well, and the tempo, and you're right on. That's one of my keys to the game today is if you can control the tempo, that's going to give you an edge, So I think you're right on spot what you need to do today. So thanks for stopping by, and good luck.
Thanks, sir. Have a good one.
That's great stuff there from Coach Brent. Pete, tempo, shot selection, and being patient when he says Fullerton controls the ball. Your thoughts?
Well, again, I watched both games yesterday. I think Concordia just wants to run and gun and go. Fullerton is going to play a much more deliberate type of game. I think, defensively, Concordia's got to stay patient too and not get a little bit antsy and try to, go after it. And on the other side, Fullerton's going to have to, withstand the onslaught, so to speak, offensively, because they're just going to come. And it's going to be a great matchup. I think all things being equal, it's going to be a very, very close ball game. You're going to watch 2 classic styles of play today. Right.
And to hear from Fullerton, we're going to go down as soon as we get Coach Mike Ansel over with Chris, and let's hear from Chris what they have to say and Coach Ansel.
All right, welcome back. We're now joined here by head coach Mike Ansel from Cal State Fullerton. Coach, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I know you got to get your guys ready, and the game's about to start in 4 minutes here. Let's talk about yesterday for a little bit. I I truly felt from start to finish you guys controlled the tempo of the game. And that was my first time seeing you play. I just felt like you guys did what you wanted to do. You played San Diego earlier in the year. It was a 14-8 game. I just felt like it was pretty convincing that you knew what you guys wanted to do. The players went out and did it. Going into the game today, obviously a better opponent, Concordia. They're undefeated. Is that something that you look at as the tempo and how you guys play?
Yeah, it's weird. We kind of actually have two opposite tempos. They're kind of run and gun. We're kind of slow the game down, get into our set, do our game. But it's weird when you see those kind of different, sets collide, that sometimes it creates a good game. Last time we played them about a month ago, we were tied in the fourth. They obviously have a great team. They coach well, bunch of athletic kids. So, you can't let them run away with the game, especially early. So today we're just gonna, play our game. I feel like last time we had them tied in the fourth, and we had a good shot. But they came away with it. Just hoping to, capitalize if it's close in the end, come away with the victory.
If there's one area that last night talking to your players, if there's one area in the game, whether it's face-offs, man up, man down, no penalty, whatever it is, what's that one area that you guys have to do extremely well today to come out on top?
Yeah, it's kind of been the same thing all year. We have a very slow tempo offense. We will get looks. Sometimes they get a little antsy. I think just forcing the ball, is just something that we've kind of, preached. Just you're going to get your look. Just take your time, get the possession, let the defense rest. Just, be patient. You'll get your look. Other than that, just aggressive between the lines. It's really what it is.
Yeah, well, hopefully your guys take their time.
I agree.
Right? That is one thing that we talked about yesterday in the broadcast was, they didn't really force a lot of passes, and they did. I thought they finished the ball pretty well. So thanks for stopping by. Good luck.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
And that's great stuff there, Chris. Thank you. And both coaches have real good insight, and they're tuned in, Pete, and they're locked and ready to go.
Well, they certainly know each other very well.
Yeah.
Both teams definitely the cream of the crop in the SLC. Again, no one's going to surprise anybody with anything today. I think they've seen each other enough to know.
Yeah. Well, and it's such great history here. And I don't know if you even know this, but the coaches went to high school together.
Oh no, I did not know that. That's
why
fantastic.
they're so the sportsmanship is natural to them. They went to high school together. They share probably, I'm gonna say, I think it's 15 of the players from the same high school on either roster.
Right.
And they're basically going back to their high school, competing there. For those players,
and again, nobody's going to sneak up on anybody today. Everybody knows everybody, and that's what's going to make it an exciting ball game. I think, skill-wise, it's all even. Tactically, I think they're both on point. It's going to come down to possessions. It's going to come down to making good stops. Who's going to go out on better runs? It's going to be an exciting ball game today.
Okay, well, we'll take a quick break here. We're going to let the teams finish up with their huddles. We'll get a national anthem going. And then Chris Malone will join us in the booth here. And Chris and Pete, you guys will be on the game call. And we will be right back with this SLC Division II championship game coming to you from La Costa Canyon High School in San Diego.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to La Costa Canyon High School Lacrosse Stadium, where today your Division II final. Host Cal State Fullerton Titans against the Concordia University Eagles. Please direct your attention to the west end of the field for today's national anthem.
There's no better feeling knowing there's nobody out here that has worked harder than I have.
All right, welcome back. You just heard from both coaches, and both coaches talked about their tempo of the game. And Coach Pete and I, we haven't talked much prior to this game, but we both believe that tempo is going to be key. Cal State Fullerton is a team that likes to slow it down, and Concordia is going to push it. So I'd like to welcome everybody back, and I think we're going to be in for a good one today. Both teams have been in this championship game for the last few years. And they actually played about a month ago where the score was 14-10. I believe Concordia over Cal State Fullerton. Coach Pete, what are you thinking going in this one?
I hearing the pregame interviews, both coaches are right on point. I mean, this is a case of two dramatically different approaches to the game. I mean, right. Concordia is just going to put their foot on the gas and keep going, and Fullerton's going to be a little more subdued in their approach. I think the key early on for Fullerton is, can they stop that initial onslaught? Because Concordia is going to want to get out quickly and just go on that quick run and just, put the pedal to the metal, so to speak, and see what happens here in the first couple minutes.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes are key here. If Concordia can get two in, that's where Coach Ansel, I think, would use that timeout. Yesterday he used a timeout pretty early in the game. It was 0-0.
Right. And we questioned it at first, but now we understand why.
So it's a face-off win by Concordia. Romero with a good ground ball, good pressure by Cal State Fullerton here, and they come up with it. But the pressure's right back from Concordia's side to get it back on the ground. And both teams are coming out pretty energized.
As I say, I was just thinking to myself, you can really feel that intensity right now. First 30 seconds of this game, it's
these teams know each other, right? They know each other well. They're not that far. You heard Coach Brent say they're not that far away from each other. And as Matt and I
were talking, both coaches played together in high school.
Right.
Half these players played together in high school. This is like an alumni game, per se.
Right. Hey, one thing we're going to do today for everyone listening in is we're going to let you tweet in. Make sure you send some tweets in the SLC Lacrosse. Right, that's at SLC Lacrosse. Love to hear from people out there. Let us know what you're thinking. Great save right there. Loreno, he was hot yesterday.
Starts off
hot right now. Hot yesterday. 17 saves for the young man.
That's a great confidence builder right there. First shot of the game.
Once again, make sure, there you go, and he picks one off right there. Make sure you tweet at us at SLC Lacrosse. Want to hear from you, thoughts on the game, people checking in from out of town. We'll do our best to get to every tweet. Another save by Loreno. Wow.
That was huge because, again, Fullerton makes a mental mistake on the clear. Concordia can't take advantage of that.
And this might be, we talked about it a lot in both games yesterday about settling into the game and calming down and just taking a deep breath. And it seems like maybe Cal State might be just rushing some things a little bit. They're jacked up, they're energized, they're ready to go. But, you still got to keep your head on straight, play smart, fundamentally sound lacrosse.
And again, I think if Fullerton can get through the first 5-6 minutes here and keep them off the board, I think that's a great emotional win for them as this game wears on.
Sure, no question. It's going to build their confidence. 0-0 at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter that's a win. Like you said, that's a win for Cal State Fullerton. And we're at the 12:45 mark of the first quarter. We're seeing Cal State's offense for the first time.
And I know we chatted yesterday about, breaking this game down into smaller components.
Sure.
And again, 5-10 minute components here.
Yep. This is a good possession for Cal State. Everybody needs to get a touch, right? It's unfortunate. Can't telegraph your pass. That's a great job by the defender. Number 24, Christensen. Just a good anticipation there on the pass. Good hard dodge by Matranga.
And you also notice, Fullerton's doing a really good job of getting back in on the transition and really slowing down those break opportunities.
Well, that's something that NAU had trouble with yesterday.
Right, they couldn't figure it out that quickly.
Man, Matranga's really dodging well. Good job on the 2-slide for Cal State Fullerton there to get the ball on the ground, but good job getting it back, Logan Perry. And that's the play of a goaltender that I love seeing.
I know we talked about that as well.
Yeah, I love seeing that play.
Getting involved, not just standing there.
Marino's not just making saves, right? He's getting the ball.
Game a little sloppy on both ends of the field right now.
Good job by Pence coming up with that ground ball and just slowing it down a little bit, not rushing the pass. It just seems like players on both sides kind of just rushing it a little bit.
The excitement of the championship game, but I think this is just such a classic matchup. And I mean, it's just you couldn't ask for a better matchup.
No question about it. This is the matchup everybody wanted to see all over the MCLA nation.
I mean, as we said just a few minutes ago, these guys played together in high school. I'm sure most of them playing summer ball together. No one's surprising anybody here today.
No, yeah, you know what you're going up against. We're at the 10:40 mark of the first quarter. It's a great look right there, just wide.
It looks like they rushed that shot just
Yeah, but
a little
Marino, bit. He makes 17 saves yesterday. These Concordia players know that. He's making some saves early on. They know that. When you start making saves, shooters start thinking a little bit more about their shot and where they're going to put it, their selection.
Oh,
right?
He's definitely,
placement.
I would think, as this game goes on, he's getting more in their head. Great.
Good dodge right there by Bernay. Bernay had 4 goals yesterday. He's definitely their top guy coming into this weekend with 77 points. Probably had we know he had 4 goals yesterday. He probably had a couple of assists as well, so he's probably over the 80 mark right now. So we're going to keep our eyes on him. I think he just, if you shoot that overhand and take a little bit off of it, it looked like he probably rushed that. He just shot it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, again, as we just talked a little bit earlier, the goalie's getting in their head a little bit. He's made some saves early. Maybe they're starting to question themselves.
It's a big, hard dodge by Matranga. He's a big boy. He's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's going to put his shoulder in you, and you better be ready for it. Concordia is generating shots, but they're not finding the net, right? There's Mayo with a
Beautiful
nice rip.
Save.
Great save. Marino with another great save, but look at this ride. Looks like
we
there's
have a
gonna
flag
be
down.
Looks like there's going to be a high hit here. It's going to go against Concordia.
Hey, woman. White foul, number 30. Push, 30 seconds. White, number 30.
We're going to get
push,
Matranga, number 30, with a push. So Cal State Fullerton will go man up for 30 seconds here. We're at the 8:55 mark.
Great opportunity to break the deadlock. But again, they got through that first 5 minutes as we chatted about.
Yep.
So psychologically, I think, you give them a little bit of an edge right now.
And you just play defense for 2 minutes, right? And Loreno comes up with a great kick save. I still do. Concordia rides well. So Cal State Fullerton, one of the things, they're going to have to clear the ball better. And one thing that we talked about it yesterday briefly was that you don't always have to go up the field when you clear the ball. You can go backwards with the ball. you're always going to have a guy open backwards, more than likely. I bet you 99% of the time you'll have a guy open behind you. That's something they're going to have to fix.
Just relax, take your time.
Yeah, there's no rush. And there's that early timeout that we saw yesterday from Coach Ansel. He's going to do it again. We're at the 8:25 mark of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. We're at the 8:25 mark of the first quarter of our first SLC championship game. This is our Division II game between Concordia and Cal State Fullerton. Cal State Fullerton just called a timeout. We're all even. They did have a 30-second man up. We're all even now. Coach, what do you think Coach Ansel was saying there in their huddle?
No panic, nothing major. Just calm down. Move the ball, take your time, work for your shots. Possessions, the key for them is time of possession. They're not a run and gun team, so they're going to take their time. And again, the longer they hold the ball, Concordia will get a little bit more frustrated, perhaps. Maybe try to make some mistakes. Not try, but may overplay, make some mistakes.
Right. I will say I do like how Concordia is playing defense. They're pressing a little bit adjacent, so they're not allowing Fullerton to throw the ball around and do whatever they want, right?
Right. They're putting a little more pressure.
Yeah, they're putting more pressure on than San Diego did yesterday, right? So they're going to dictate a little bit more about how they want Cal State Fullerton to play offense. Wow! And there's your first one of the game. Kowalski.
Who would have guessed?
Right, he had 7 yesterday. He starts off with the first one today. Just a nice low to high shot to the goalie's offside. That's a tough one for Fernando to save. And that's the first shot Fernando's seen on cage. Right, that's a tough first shot to see to start off the game.
And besides scoring that first goal, again, not having seen Concordia play much this year, I'm not sure they've ever given up the first goal of the game. I would love to know how many times that's happened.
I mean, if you're Coach Ansel right now, if you could write how you wanted this first 7.5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
You couldn't have scripted it better.
This is it. Your goalie's made saves. He's hot. He's seen the ball well. Your offense just got a great look right there by Kowalski, which just kind of did it
Concordia's
itself.
trying to push now. They really want to try to dictate their game a little bit.
But once again, these guys get in, right?
Right.
Cal State Fullerton's getting in the hole. They're going to make Concordia play 6-on-6. And if they want to be there at the end of this game and have a chance to get the W here, they're going to have to make Concordia beat them 6-on-6.
Oh, what a nice trail check.
And there's that ground ball going backwards with it, right? That was Romero on the dodge. Great takeaway by the D midi. Might have been Core. I think it was Core for Cal State Fullerton with the takeaway. And this is what Concordia wants to do, right? They want to get the ball on the ground and push it.
Errors.
But Cal State's doing a great job getting back in the hole, not giving up easy opportunities. But they do have to figure out the clearing game. Go look inside, and there you go. Number 12, Satoski. He had a couple yesterday. Starts off Concordia with the first one today. Just a great look by Matranga, right? But it's off that fail clear. And if you continue to fail clear the ball, Concordia is going to jam it down your throats.
And Concordia is going to take advantage of those mistakes. And no matter who you're playing, you don't want to make those kind of mistakes clearing the ball.
You can't. Not against a team like this. They're just going to jump all over it. And they did right there. Even though Cal State did a good job getting in the hole, Matranga realized that, hey, they're not really ready to slide to me. And if they come to me, they're definitely not going to have a 2-slide.
I mean, he could have taken the shot.
He could have.
He had a good look at the goal.
He could have. You know, another category we really focus on, we haven't talked about it at all, is the face-offs. Concordia's won all 3 face-offs up to this point. And if you give a team with Concordia's athleticism and talent, possession after possession after possession, it's going to be tough to survive this
day. And there's another turnover.
Wow, great save by Lorino. He's got 4 on the day. But that's their 3rd fail clear. That is their 3rd fail clear. We're at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. I mean, there's teams that don't want to fail to clear the ball 3 times the entire game. And they've done it 3 times in the first quarter. They're really going to have to fix it.
And you got
great handle by Kowalski. But it still could be a fail clear. Good job.
And you got to give credit to Concordia. They're just tenacious on the ride right now.
And they should be. I mean, they can run. They have strong athletic poles. They got athletic midfielders. Their attack is one of the best in the country, if not the best. So they're going to run you. They're going to run you all over the field. They're going to wear you down. Right? Look at that. Right?
You know, I'm not down on the field and you can't really hear, but to me it sounds like Fulton may not be communicating real well as a team on the field. Like, no one's yelling. I didn't hear from up here.
I couldn't hear it either.
There's a double coming.
I like the sense of urgency out of Concordia, man. Pence was all over that.
Well, I would believe they're probably a little bit upset they got scored on first.
Sure. Like you said, that could be something new for them.
That's a little bit of a punch in the nose for them.
Good look inside, just mishandled. Kowalski again with the garbage.
Right place at the right time, picking up the trash.
That's his 9th goal of the weekend, 2nd of the game. There's not going to be an assist on that one. I mean, it was a good look inside, just mishandled. You know, look what I have. You know, Merry Christmas. Tough one. I mean, Kowalski, his confidence is extremely high right now when he's letting that ball go. I mean, he expects every shot to go in. And if you're the Concordia defense, you know, you can't put your head down right now. Keep your head up. I mean, that's just a little unfortunate right there. You know, make sure, you know, the next possession you give your goalie the shots that he wants to see. Wow, got to take advantage of the fast break there on the
I'm really,
on the face-off.
Again, you know, getting back to yesterday just for a second, we really talked up NAU in terms of their ability to face off, and Concordia just really surprised me how dominant they are right now in the face-off.
Another fail clear for Cal State Fullerton. It's our 4th of the game. Once again, tweet at us at SLC Lacrosse. Love to hear from you. It's our first of 2 games today. We're at the 4-minute mark, coming up on the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Cal State Fullerton 2, Concordia 1. Wow.
Nice save.
Great save.
I'm not sure he saw that shot.
Doesn't matter. He's playing great position. A lot of goalies don't always make saves with their stick, right? As long as you're in the right spot, man, you're going to get hit. He's already got a foot save. Lorino's got a foot save on the day. He plays great position. That's something we taught. He steps up, too. That's something I like.
He attacks the ball.
Yeah, he steps up, take an angle away. I mean, he already has 5 saves. It's going to be a turnover. Actually, scratch that. It's going to be a timeout by Concordia. Coach Brent wants to talk it over. We're at the 3:30 mark of the first quarter. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. 2-1 Cal State Fullerton over Concordia. Concordia is ranked number 2 in the country. Cal State Fullerton is ranked number 17. Cal State Fullerton, in their minds, they probably believe they have to win this game to get into the national tournament.
I would think that's their mindset.
I mean, ranked 17th. So they're coming out, and they have the lead right now, which Coach Pete and I have talked about. If Cal State Fullerton can slow down Concordia early on,
another
right?
Nice.
They're going to be in a good position here.
Oh, and he's hurting a little bit. He'll shake it off, but he's hurting a little bit.
We're going to get an interference call. It's going to be a quick whistle. Good job here by Romero. Loreno's shaking up a little bit. They might get a delay of game there. So we got a flag down. Romero's going to the cage hard. So we have a flag down. We're going to get a delay of game. Right, we're going to get a delay of game on Cal State Fullerton. It's going to be a 30-second penalty. And you're hearing Coach Brent right now getting all fired up, as he should be. You know, they're not used to this position. I'm assuming they're not used to being in this
they're in a
spot.
dogfight today. If all things remain the same, a little bit concerned, for the Fullerton goalie right now. He seems to be a little bit shaken up.
Yeah, Loreno has 6 saves, and I mean 4 or 5 of them have been pretty solid saves. He's had 2 or 3 around the doorstep. So let's hope he's okay.
Game, 30 seconds. Blue, 9, delay game, 30 seconds.
Looks like he's testing his ankle a little bit. I think he's okay. He seems to be up and moving. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
As an older coach, I look down there and I look at these 2 young coaches. They've done a remarkable job in terms of building these programs, and I think it says a lot about our league, just the quality of coaching we have.
No question.
And I think it's a testament to just the growth of the game. Coach Ansel played at Fullerton, so I'm sure he's got an emotional tie. And Coach Brett, played for a great coach at UC Santa Barbara. So, it's just, I look at it as an older coach now, in I guess my golden years of coaching, you could say, and just, look at the talent of the coaching staffs.
Yeah, no, both coaches have done extremely well. Look, they've been in this game 4 years running now. 4 years in a row, it's been Cal State Fullerton versus Concordia, and there's a reason why. Concordia was the national runner-up last year. They're ranked number 2 right now. Right, Cal State is trying to knock on the door here. Made the national tournament last year. Came up short in the first round, losing by a goal. But no, both coaches, they know how to coach. They know how to prepare their players. And that's why you see it year in and year out. They're always in the mix.
And I look at coaches, it's not just about the X's and O's. It's about their team chemistry. Their players certainly are buying into their program, buying into their philosophies. It's like I said, as an older coach, just looking at these guys, it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, no question about it. Both teams are pretty disciplined. I love the way Concordia plays, kind of just getting up and down the field. And, that's the thing. Both coaches do well, and they have kind of different philosophies on their approach to the game. So we're going to get Concordia's going to be man up here for the first time. There's a delay of game on Cal State Fullerton, so this will be a 30-second man up. And let's hope Loreno is doing all right. Come out in a 1-4-1. Matranga's up top. He's going to carry. Romero pops off. Now they go into their 3-3 set. Cal State Fullerton's defense is looking pretty good right now. It doesn't look like they're giving up anything. And just as I say that, the crease is wide open. What was the call there, Coach? Is that in the crease?
I think he was in the crease.
Was it the feeder? Because I know the guy that he fed the ball to was not in the crease. And here's that clearing game that we've talked about. Man, they're not making it easy. It's hard to run through 2 guys.
I
don't care who you are. You got to move the ball. Guys off the ball have to come to it and support their teammate. It's just not happening right now for Cal State. Like, if I'm Willis, go get the ball.
Yeah,
go get it. I mean, how many times are you going to sit there and watch your guys not clear the ball? Go get it. You know, the ball is over on their offensive end of the field right there. Go get it. You got to outwork your guy. You know, Coach Brent talked about that yesterday with his players.
Right.
You know, that's their motto. We're going to outwork you. And they're doing that right now.
Right now, you know, they've.
Wow, just wide there by Mayo. Good look by Perry.
I think there's a little bit of miscommunication on Fulton's part inside right now.
Yeah,
They're
the
not
crease
talking through.
Crease is open right now. Good
Nice
job
check.
there. There he's open again. Knocked it down. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there's the look. That's the pass you have to make. Move the ball. Move it again. Don't run with it. Sorry, I'm kind of coaching up here in the press box right now.
I thought you were going to jump out right
I know.
now.
I'm getting all fired up. I'm not rooting one way or the other, but I guess as a fan and as a former coach, it's hard to watch teams make the same
Well,
mistakes.
you want
over and
to watch
over.
teams do things fundamentally correct.
Yeah.
I mean, in this, again, it's hard not to get excited. But again, Fulton's coming in now. You know, they're slowing it down. They've just played a good bit of defense.
We'll see if they take some time off the clock or if they get antsy. Wow, great move.
No, they're
Great
going.
save.
I guess they answered the question.
Yeah. Wow. Great save by Fernando.
Got 30
Gets his
seconds
first
in
one
the
of the
quarter.
game. They should hold for one right now, right? Worst case scenario, you go up 2-1 at the end of one. Don't want to have this game tied up and have the momentum going Concordia's way.
I mean, this will be an emotional win here if they get through the first quarter up 2-1.
Kowalski just misses. Got 4 seconds to go here, 2 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's going to be a quick whistle. Ooh, he had him. Pass goes wide. So that's the end of the first quarter. Cal State Fullerton 2, Concordia 1. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the SLC Division II Championship game. That was the end of the first quarter. Concordia down 2-1 to Cal State Fullerton. Coach, we just heard Coach Brent.
Gave him an airful.
Concordia getting on his guys.
Gave him an airful in between the quarters.
What do you think? What do you think he's saying to him?
You know, again, they're getting good chances. I think defensively, you know, he wants them to just be a little tighter. They're doing a great job on their ride. You know, I just think, you know, they're in a little bit uncharted territory here right now.
Sure. I think they need to finish.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Brent actually talked about that, about finishing their shots. And if you see, you know, some of these shots, they're not the most fundamental shots. Like Mayo right there shoots it backhanded with a kind of backhand shovel shot. Just not, you know, you'd probably like to see more overhand shots. Maybe to Lorino's offside. But yeah, they are in a position that they probably not have been in. I don't think they've probably lost the first quarter this entire season. And so we're going to see how they're going to respond right now.
Well, they responded really well off that faceoff. Fullerton
Sure.
actually won the faceoff. And if Fullerton has any frustration right now, it's the fact that they're getting no help on the ground balls.
And there you go. Matrango, he assisted on the first one, scores on the second. For the second, it's going to be 2-2. And that is the one thing. If I'm Coach Brent, I have to be extremely happy about how my guys are competing for ground balls.
Oh, it's the intangibles that are going to win this ball game
because they're getting possessions because of that. If it wasn't for their ride and it wasn't for their hustle and GBs, this game could have been 3-1 at the end of the first quarter.
And he is stalking the sidelines. I mean, he's into it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Look, he's trying to get a number 1 seed, right? Trying to get in, and there's another one right up the face-off. Smith with a nice bouncer to Loreno's offside. And there you go. Just in about 5 seconds, 2 goals have been scored by Concordia. And I will say, Loreno made 17 saves yesterday. He had 6 in the first quarter. At some point, you get mentally tired from seeing so many shots.
Yeah, and again, Fullerton has got to do a better job of picking up balls on the faceoff. They're doing a good job of getting it out there. They got to really stop this run right now. This is do or die for them right here.
Yeah, Smith is having his way right now. He's won 5 out of 6 faceoffs. And now it's 6 out of 7. And that's the clearing game and the face-off game. I think if Concordia wins this one, that's something that you and I will be talking about towards the end of this game, how, if you don't ever have the ball, and then when you get it, you can't clear it, chances are slim that you're going to come out victorious.
I agree. I mean, they're just, it's
given a team like Concordia all these possessions, at some point they're going to figure it out.
And it's building their confidence by the second. I think maybe they questioned themselves a little bit at the end of the first quarter.
Nice look right there. Matranga's having himself a game. Finds Satoski on the crease. Satoski has 2 on the day. Matranga's doing great. Matranga's got two assists and 1 goal.
And this is exactly what we talk about. We talk about game in, game out, about getting the momentum, going out on runs.
Yep.
And
stopping the run.
And again, now Concordia not taking their foot off the gas at all, just banging away.
Going. No question about it. It was a much-needed GB by Cal State Fullerton. And you can see they're competing a little bit more now on the ground ball, right? Where maybe the last 4 or 5, that's going to be a post-game possession.
That's going to be a penalty.
Should be a penalty, no question about it. And that's what happens.
And Coach Brett besides himself on the sideline there.
When you hustle and you compete, you draw penalties. Good things come your way. And they're going to have to do that on every single face-off if they want a chance to win this game today.
I mean, they got to make the breaks to themselves. They do a great job of getting that ball onto the ground.
Cal State Fullerton comes out in a 2-3-1. I count from up top. I go from the restraining line down, call it a Maryland thing. It looks like they're just going to swing the ball around. Not much movement. They're going to let the ball do the work. Willis sneaks there on the backside. They don't see him. I think they got to get the ball to Willis behind the goal right now because he's not being guarded. Get the ball to him, let him draw a defender and see what he can do with it. Looks like Kowalski's being locked off as well, so that's throwing a little wrench in the mix. Good job by Concordia. Right, Kowalski got shut off there. I know that's something you talked about yesterday with San Diego, like shut him off. You know, guys score 7 goals. Can't let that guy beat you.
Save.
Great save by
And one thing, too,
Fernando.
Concordia is doing a really good job of committing to that slide early. And they're going. I mean,
They're
there's
going.
no hesitation. They're just going.
No question. So if Cal State Fullerton they're not talking to each other, they're going to get double teamed. They're going to be in trouble. That's going to be a play on right there. Fernando makes a nice save there. I thought he had a good angle. He had to stick to the inside. I mean, lefty attackman love shooting the ball from that spot. And here's Bernay. Bernay just takes his man offside, finds the back of the net. And Concordia is rolling right now.
Goal by number 11, Dylan Bernay.
Concordia is rolling right now. They have scored 4 goals in this quarter.
And Fullerton's going to call a timeout here, I believe.
Yeah, we're not even 4 minutes into this quarter, and Concordia has 4. Right, so it's 11-18 mark of the second quarter.
I thought he was getting ready to, but I was wrong.
He's used 1. He might have used 2. I think when Loreno went down and got hurt, they had to use another one.
They might have.
Because they brought the trainer onto the field. Essentially, it's like either take him off the field or use a timeout. Good face-off win there. And this is where, if I'm Cal State, you can't get antsy, right? You can't panic. You got to move to the ball right there. Get it to Kowalski. Let the ball do the work.
They got to continue to play the kind of game they play. Slow, deliberate on offense.
Exactly.
There's so much time left in this ball game. You're only down 3 goals.
Right. Slow it down a little bit.
But again, the off-ball movement for Fullerton it hasn't been all that great so far. It's very staggered.
I mean, they all just stand and watch. Right? They're just going to stand and watch.
And again, you can't count on Kowalski to do it all himself.
No, he's going to run out of gas.
And you can see game in 2 days. You can start to see the fatigue factor already. I mean, defensively, you can see they're looks like their legs are getting a little heavy.
Yep.
Nice save.
Great save by Fernando right there. Perry picks up the GB and he's off to the races. But what a ride! What a ride!
Well, I thought he was out.
I'm surprised he wasn't out.
Now Fullerton's got to watch. Okay, as I say, Fullerton's got to watch themselves here about giving up the cheap one down low. Everyone's still, pushing up top.
Next time, Micah.
I don't know how he stayed inbounds.
I would have sworn he was out, but.
Yeah, we don't have.
I don't have that eyesight.
Yeah, that's away from our side. Nice one more pass there. You actually have numbers right now. Little draw and dump, and there you go.
Nice look by Fullerton.
Wow, that's definitely a high hit.
Flag.
No question about it. Snar with the finish. It's going to be his first of the game. It's a great finish. I don't know if they're going to lock him in here.
I was going to say, I'm surprised if they don't lock him in.
Personal foul.
See if we can hear the official.
1-6, cross check, 1 minute. We'll face off, man down, face off.
So we'll have a face off. 6 will go in for a cross check.
And they did not lock him in.
And they did not lock him in, which I'm surprised.
Which is a break for Concordia.
Yeah, it is a break for Concordia. I could see that he.
I would have
a 2-minute penalty.
I agree with you on that. That was a flagrant late hit.
Yep. So 5-3, Concordia leading the 9:44 mark of the second quarter. Cal State can win this face-off and get a goal. Wow, what a great job by Hobel.
And a smart move by going back.
Yeah, and look, easy pass.
And there you go.
Yeah.
Someone's got to talk to them though, and let them know they're coming.
Fans are getting a little bit louder now. Great job by Hobel on the face-off. And that's Cal State. They've won 4 face-offs this quarter, so they're getting close to even, making that 50% there throughout this contest. So they're going to be man up. Their first man up, they didn't get a shot. Kowalski was getting shut off. Now Kowalski's not shut off. And they're going to be able to just run their normal man up. And
nice look by Michael Willis.
Ooh.
You know, on their man up, again, as a coach, I'm looking at Micah behind.
Yep.
I think he can press up a little bit.
I think he should be a little bit more aggressive.
I think he's got to press up on the GLE a little bit more.
But once again, they're shutting off Kowalski now. So you got to get into a different set. And there's that press up, right? That passes on his ear. That passes on his ear. He's probably got a good look at the cage. Good patience on the clear. Pence find Matranga. And Cal State Fullerton has too many men on the defensive end of the field. There's the flag right there.
Yeah, that's a miscommunication.
Ooh. Romero just missing. Yesterday he had that. I think if I recall correctly, yesterday he had a shot.
That same shot, and he stuck it high. He stuck it high.
Exactly. So we're going to get Concordia is going to go man up here. Cal State Fullerton was offsides.
Offsides with possession.
So Cal State Fullerton has been man up 3 times, and they have gone 0 for 3. You know, you're going to win a big game. You got to try to be around 40% on man up. I'm sure coaches out there would love that percentage to be higher, but
you know, I'm a little unrealistic with my guys. I tell them I want to be 60%.
60%, yeah. Oh,
that's a
nice
great
look by Burnett.
Nice save.
Yeah. And that's Loreno's first save of the second quarter.
And that's a great job on the clear.
Yeah, Hobel doing a good job there. Yeah, you don't want to run with the ball against these guys. Let the ball do the work. And here's Core. Nice hit.
Shot.
Nice job by Core right there.
There you go.
Finding the open man, Goebel. Nice little hitch to a feed to a nice goal.
And again, you know, I like the fact that they moved the ball so well there, so fast, but there was also some patience there. I mean, they didn't panic. They didn't pull the trigger. They could have. I mean, they had some chances to take that shot, but that last pass was perfect.
Yeah, and you know what? And that shot, you know, where you got a righty shooting the ball with a stick to the inside of the field. I mean,
it's got a great angle.
I want that ball. I want that stick to the inside of the field. It's just tough, and he puts it low and away. I didn't know where he was putting that ball. Fernando didn't know where he was putting that ball. That's a high percentage shot right there. Wow! Smith with his second of the day, second of the quarter. Man, you want to stop the momentum. That's how you do it. Way to respond. 6-4. The quarter's got 5 goals this quarter. We're at the 7:24 mark. So a little bit more than halfway through. And Coach, I don't know about you, but that's now his second goal off the face-off. I don't know why you don't put a guy deep to stop the break.
That's what I would
right?
most certainly
why
do.
wouldn't you do that? Right? We're going to get a play on right
push,
there.
Yeah.
We got.
And he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, that's Simpson.
Simpson's hurting. He's going to be limping off.
He should just stay down. Right? Because if I'm coaching against Concordia, I'm not giving them man-up opportunities. I'm not giving them fast break opportunities.
And again,
plain and simple.
His move is to go forward. I would really work on clamping him down and getting that ball out loose, where at least you've got a 50-50 shot at the ground ball.
Right. Hopefully Simpson's all right. Hobbled off the field there. We'll let you know when he gets back into the game. Once again, make sure you tweet at us at SLC Lacrosse. Love to know where you're watching from. Love to know your thoughts. We're at the 6:30 mark of the SLC Division II Conference Championship game. This is the 4th year straight that Concordia has played Cal State Fullerton.
Wow. Smith does a great job defensively.
We call that one weight room, Coach. Right, but that just goes back to the mentality of the Coach Brent. right? Gets in his players' heads. We will outwork you, right? We will outwork everyone we play. You're going to get him for a hold or a slash.
On a high hit. He hit him up a little high in the chin.
Wow. Mayo finding the net. It's his first of the game.
Number 21, Brandon Mayo.
You know, Matranga's not going to get the assist on that goal, but he was the one who got the ball to Mayo, and then Mayo's defender came at him at a bad angle, and Mayo took advantage of it.
Was waved off, all even.
Right. So Matranga, he's doing a lot today.
He's been
wearing the right jersey today.
He's been a workhorse.
Yeah, I think he's wearing the right jersey today. It makes up that's a mental thing right there. Yesterday he was wearing number 33.
Felt a little bit out of his element.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little uncomfortable. So that flag's going to be wiped off because they had the Cal State defender for a hold. So they're going to wipe that off so we're all even here. Nice face-off win.
But I agree with what we just talked about a minute ago on the face-off. I mean, Fullerton has got to take more of a defensive stance here.
At least one guy.
I think let's be realistic and get down low and shut down that break on the face.
Sure. And here comes Willis to the ball. There you go. Oh, just got to handle it. Man, good ride by Bernay. He's the one who turned it over. He gets it back. Just got to have a little bit more of a sense of urgency by the Cal State defense there to clear the ball. I mean, right now these guys are right. I don't know if it's legs, but Concordia just seems like they're playing in fifth gear while Cal State Fullerton's sitting in third and fourth.
I think there's a fatigue factor settling in here from Fullerton. They played a lot of defense.
Oh!
Nice shot.
Great shot off the top crossbar. Oh, man.
And I think that was evident on that last clearing pass. His legs weren't going anywhere. He was leaning back for the ball. Had he just stepped to the ball, he would have picked that up.
Couldn't move.
I mean, it's like they're stepping in concrete, in wet sand, the concrete,
What can Kowalski do here?
Nice idea on that, coming off the roll.
He's going right at Robinson. Robinson has had a pretty good day. He's had a penalty, but he's gotten the ball on the ground. He's got some GBs. He's been clearing the ball well. I like the way he plays. It's a tough matchup. Here's Willis on Pence. This is another great matchup. Good slide. That's that slide.
Nice slide again. I mean, committed to it and just going.
That's just Romero just outrunning the attack unit. That, once again, seems like they could be a little gassed. We're at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter.
Looks like right now Concordia's just out-athleting them right now.
Yeah. But, I mean, think about it. Think about their day yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look.
23-8. They're resting guys. You look at, Cal State, they got 20, 22 guys on the roster.
I mean, Fullerton had to work hard for that win yesterday.
Right. Yeah, I mean
San Diego made a run there towards the end.
Made that a game. Might get a flag right there. They're going to get their timeout. So that's Coach Brent's second timeout. So Concordia and Cal State Fullerton are now out of their timeouts. We're going to take a short break here at the 3:28 mark of the second quarter. Don't forget to tweet in to us at SLC Lacrosse. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're coming back to you out of a Concordia timeout. Concordia's ahead 7-4 here at the 3:28 mark of the second quarter of our SLC Division II championship game. And Concordia seems to have kind of the Energizer bunnies on their side. Cal State's a little sluggish right now, so I'm sure the Cal State players appreciate that timeout. Bernay has it, working the two-man game. He's got the short stick matchup that he wants, asking his teammate to get out of the way. And there's a good double right there. Yeah. Just like we saw on Concordia's side, right? Great. Ooh. Right, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel today, is that the clearing game of Cal State Fullerton.
I mean, they do a great job on that slide, double up with the ball, and then they get called on the interference call. It's got to be frustrating.
You're playing a lot of defense.
Yeah, they're playing an awful lot of defense.
Playing a lot of defense, and it wears on you over time. And anytime you give a team a second chance, good things usually don't happen. Oh! So that's one crossbar for Cal State, one crossbar for Concordia.
Coming up
so they're even on hitting the crossbar.
Coming up on 2.5 minutes here in the half. It's got to be a stop here for Fullerton.
You need a stop here for Fullerton. You got to go into the halftime, one, feeling pretty good about not giving up another goal, and obviously at the same time just getting energy. And that's a great look. Matranga's feeling it. His vision is on point right now. Found Mayo on the backside. That's Mayo's second goal. And I like it. Matranga. He's got his third assist.
Goal by Brendan Mayo. Assist by Chase Matranga.
That's a tough one. And that's what, unfortunately what happens when you're tired is your off-ball play goes down the drain a little bit.
The focus isn't as strong as it's been. We just chatted about how they needed a good stop there. Concordia's just trying to put the nail in here.
Yeah.
Get through this half.
I'm sure Coach Brent talked about that. And here's a face-off win. Oh, spoke a little too soon. There's Romero picking it up, getting a face-off win for Concordia. That's their 9th win of the day to Cal State's 5. So they're controlling the face-offs. They have the energy. They have Cal State Fullerton on their heels. And just like you said, this is a great time right now to put the nail in the coffin. And they're going to get it. Ooh.
Lucky they didn't get a flag there.
I'm surprised they didn't get a trip there.
And Fullerton's going to get the ball. So
right.
They got 2 breaks on that one.
So we're at the 137 mark.
But, I mean, just look how hard Concordia comes up and contests the ball on the ride. It's just really impressive.
And they have a few more bodies, not too many more bodies, but a few more bodies than Cal State does on their roster. And when you're playing 2 games in 2 days, that's a factor. How many bodies are you playing?
And I don't know, have we seen Simpson since he hobbled off?
I haven't seen him. It's a good call. That's over and back. Right, we're going to get a quick whistle here.
But again, they got to get in.
Right. That's a quick whistle. Oh, great save by Lorino. Who's going to have to make another one. And Mayo.
And a late flag. And that's frustration right there.
Yep.
That's just nothing but frustration.
So Lorino comes up with the save. But Mayo's there to pick up the GB and gets his hat trick. He had 4 goals yesterday. 3 today. And 3 all in this quarter. Concordia scored 8 goals in this quarter.
And that really developed off the quick whistle because Fullerton didn't drop down, and basically they started off on a fast break right off the whistle. Again, I think a lot of it's fatigue and just mental errors.
I think fatigue is probably the biggest factor because you saw that when that ball was rolling to the midfield line, nobody moved for Cal State on the offensive end of the field to get back in the hole. No one moved. They all just stood and watched and let that ball run over the midfield line. It's a quick whistle, right, because that's over and back. And here you go. And then here's a penalty, right? You're going to get a late hit.
And Concordia's got a great chance to go into the half, up 6 possibly.
Right, and we talked during that timeout that Concordia called. We talked about if Cal State Fullerton can go into halftime at 7-4,
well,
they'll take it.
Good now,
they'll take it.
Right now they're going to be shaking their heads, but it looks like Concordia.
Are they going to hold on to it?
Holding on to it and just
that possession for them to start the second half is key. Coach Brent's going to want to just have that ball, not have to worry about a face-off.
and just make sure that ball's going to stick when time runs out.
Yeah, because yesterday, right?
It was
Yesterday they did it 3 times.
Goal yesterday.
Yesterday they got it 3 times. Oh,
and there you
that's
go.
what we're talking about.
That's exactly it.
Wow. No need to move.
I mean, look,
No need. You don't need to
Brett's
go anywhere.
He's holding his breath.
And that's going to be halftime, folks. We got 9-4 Concordia over Cal State Fullerton. We are going to announce the SLC Division II All-Conference team. We got a first team and a second team. Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. We'll make that announcement here during halftime. So we'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll announce that team, and then we'll start the second half. Welcome back. Second half will start in about 20 seconds. And before we start the second half, we just want to announce the first team SLC Division II conference team. First team attack will be Dylan Bernay. He's playing today. Aiden Kennedy from San Diego. Max Satowski also playing today from Concordia. And Micah Willis from Cal State Fullerton. First team midfield will be Kowalski. No surprise there. Kowalski from Cal State Fullerton. Matthew Morano from UC Irvine. Bryce Hummel from Biola. And Chase Matranga, who Matranga's having a great day today. He's got a goal and at least 3 assists, if not 4.
1 and 3.
Yeah, 1 and 3. Our first team defense will be Ryan D. Leon from San Diego. Garrett Parsons, also from San Diego. Sorry, D. Leon's from UC San Diego. Garrett Parsons is from University of San Diego. Jake Pence, who's playing today. And Taylor Johnson, who's also out there for Cal State. LSMs will be Tillman Tubner from Northern Arizona. D. Mitty, Marcus Hughes from Concordia. Face-off man Ian Holman from Cal State San Marcos. And the goalie's Chris Lorino from Fullerton, who's having a great weekend. So, and then our offensive player of the year is going to be Dylan Bernay from Concordia.
And Concordia opens up the half with a behind the back just wide.
Wow, a little slow on these announcements, sorry. And then we got Tillman Tubner as our defensive player of the year, LSM from Northern Arizona. So here we are, 7 seconds into the first or second half, and Concordia has not slowed down at all. They are going to bring it. So congratulations to those players.
It's a great look by Fullerton on the clear.
Coach Simpson's back.
He's back.
And he's moving well.
They need him.
Cal State Fullerton has, I don't care when the first goal was scored for Cal State Fullerton, but they have to score before Concordia. I mean, you can't go down 10-4. You got to make this thing 9-5.
And they got to pick it off a goal at a time here. They got plenty of time. And again, just play their offense. Play the game the way they play. It's slow and deliberate.
Good ball movement. This has probably been the best ball movement we've seen all game for Cal State Fullerton.
I agree with you.
4 or 5 passes in a row compared to one guy running for 20 yards with the ball. What we're seeing right now is kind of what we've seen in the first half. One guy running with it, where I kind of like bing, 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 bing. You can't just keep the ball on one man's stick.
And again, the off-ball move for Fulton is very stagnant right now. Again, and I don't.
And I wonder if that's just because they don't know what the ball carrier is doing, so they don't know where to go. And sometimes that happens. I've been there. Guy's dodging, you don't know what he's doing. He redodges. It's going to be outside.
It's outside the cage.
Willis with a good take. Just needed to get a little bit higher on the goal line. And that's a little bit of a force there. I don't know how you feel about that shot selection.
No, I mean, I'm just more concerned offensively as a whole.
The group.
As a group, there's not a lot of cohesion out there right now.
Sure. Good slides. A little slow, right? You're going to get a loose ball push, so they had to play on. But first quarter, Cal State Fullerton would have been all over that ball on the ground.
I mean, I'm just looking at their legs right now. I mean, they're fatigued still.
Even Lorino's a little bit slow right now. First quarter, he's on the end line. I mean, he's not even getting halfway there. Oh, nice save right there. That's his 9th save of the game.
But if I'm Fulton, I want to relax here. Just relax and work the ball up. I mean, he's getting himself into a position. It's not a bad look.
Yeah, it's a good look. But that's a sidearm pass. I mean, they're just throw the ball overhand. Wow.
I mean, Concordia just keeps coming.
Pence, first team all conference, Pence. And you see why. Plays with a lot of energy. He anticipates 2 seconds before something happens. He's a workhorse. Hey, they clear cleared it, right, Coach?
They got it. Yeah, they're playing offense.
They're playing offense. Wow,
we got a flag. They got a flag, but again, the off ball. I'm going to keep going back again to the off ball movement. That's Will's come from behind. I mean, there's no cutters for him.
4, hold,
there's no movement.
There's absolutely no movement.
Wait, 2, 4, hold, 30.
So Christensen's going to go in with a 30-second hold. Cal State Fullerton's 0 for 3 on the day on man up. Every penalty, every man up opportunity they've had has been 30 seconds. There's a big difference. That's another category. I think if you're a coach, you keep. How do we do on 30-second penalties? How do we do on minute penalties? That's a big difference.
I mean, they're finally getting a little bit of
off-ball
movement.
There it is, Coach.
Here. And there you go.
There you go. He must have an earpiece in when you're talking. That's a nice overhand shot by Wills. It's just a good play, right? Before they weren't moving, right?
It was very stagnant. There wasn't a whole lot going on. And that's a huge goal for them to start the half off. They got the first goal of the half, and now hopefully they can keep rolling, get that momentum, get that momentum shift.
They don't need to score 5 goals in this quarter. You get 2 or 3 and hold Concordia to 1. You're chipping away.
It's why we said at the beginning of the game. You maintain. For every minute you hold the ball, that's a minute Concordia doesn't have the ball to play their offense.
Right.
And just play the game you play.
So face-off win. That's just a nice play right there. Satowski, moves his feet to the ball, steps into the gap. It's the second of the day. It's a great way to respond. Oh, that is his third. He started off the game with the first one. He's had one in every quarter.
But that's classic Concordia. They give up the goal, they come right back, get it back.
Exactly.
I mean, and again, that kills Fullerton because their momentum they never get that momentum going.
Right. You think they might gain a little energy after a goal, and then that energy just gets taken right out of them. Hobel's competing on the ground balls, but Smith has been tough. He's been tough. He's got 2 goals on the day. That's a great GB right there. He's looking for his third. And when you look at the face-offs during this game, Concordia has 12 wins to Cal State's 5.
Right.
I mean, that has to change. And Hobel, if he has the energy, keep putting him up there to face off against Smith and just make that a 50-50 ground ball and see who can come up with it.
Yeah, I mean, put the ball on the ground and where it's anybody's.
Sure. Good shot. Way to draw it. Will's good job dodging with his head up. Earlier in the second quarter, dodge with his head down, slide came, balls on the ground. This time, dodging with his head up, slide comes, he moves it one more, they get a shot. Very key to dodge with your head up. Too many players out there dodge with their head down. I don't know if they think they can run faster looking at their feet, or I just don't know why they do it, but make sure you got to dodge with your head up. So we're going to get that invert. I know this is something you like, Coach.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big proponent to the invert. They're in a 1-4, coming out of a 1-4.
There's that look. All right, good job not to,
Concordia, I have to give Concordia credit on that. They did a nice job of riding him outside, taking that angle away from up top.
But you know what? That's a 13-yard shot. Fernando's going to make that save 9 out of 10 times.
And especially going high to high. I mean, put that ball on the ground.
But good job by Court. I mean, I would go right back to that invert. I mean, he had 2 good looks back there. Every time he touched the ball, he found an open man.
I mean, you got to take the defense out of their comfort zone.
Exactly. I keep going. They're going to go
back
to
again.
It right now.
I go
switch. Bad job there by creating space for his teammate, but good take.
Good take. Really good take. I was going to say, I'm a big proponent of putting 2 shorts behind.
Sure.
Sure. People talk about big little. I like little back there.
The only thing you got to worry about with little is that you just got to make sure you get your attack when you get in the hole.
Oh, nice goal.
Kowalski, he had to be on the back goal yesterday. Right, he's got another one right here. This is third of the game. Really keeping Cal State Fullerton in this game.
Now the key again is win the face-off, not allow Concordia to come back and capitalize there and negate the momentum.
Right.
Don't let them counter here on the face-off.
And if you notice now, we'll see number 18 here standing on the 43-yard line.
I would bring him all the way down.
He needs to be on the 40-yard line.
I would bring him all the way out to the bottom of the wing line and just shut that down.
Or you put 18 hip-to-hip on 16 and have the other guy on the other wing go down. I don't know how the coaches prepare for their face-offs, but I just know that's something that Arizona State we worked on a lot, was changing up where our wing guys would be, making adjustments if the face-offs weren't going our way. You keep coming out and doing the same thing, you're just going to continue to see the same result.
There's a clinical definition for that, too. Yeah. Which we won't go into right now.
No, we won't go into that. So this is a big defensive possession here for Cal State. I mean, it's big both ways. And here's Romero getting inside. Good save by Lorino. I think he might have gone in the crease there. They call a push there. Lorino, good job holding his ground. I don't know if there was a push. I think he might have gotten bailed out on that one. But if you put your hands on your opponent's back, they're going to call that.
They'll call it every time.
And I think that's what the official saw. Whether there's pressure or not. Wow, Bernay.
And I was just going to say, as he was coming around the cage, I think Fullerton's got to do a better job of getting in their gloves a little bit defensively, getting a little more active on their hands.
Goal by number 11.
They're running with him and doing a nice job going.
But that's all they're doing.
Right, going shoulder to shoulder with them. But they got to start getting a little more active on their hands.
But that shot placement was
that was a great shot.
Bottom corner. I mean, Lorino's not moving as fast as he was earlier in the game. But that thing went bottom corner, high to low. If you're any young player out there, I mean, that's textbook right there.
And again, Fullerton comes down and scores a few minutes ago. Concordia comes back and again negates that momentum.
Exactly. So just like how Cal State Fullerton responded pretty well yesterday against San Diego and San Diego score, it's a little vice versa today. Concordia's doing a great job responding to every goal that Cal State Fullerton gets. And as Coach Brent, he's got to be happy about that. He might not be extremely happy about how his guys started off this game, but he has to be happy about how they've been able to respond. First face-off win for Cal State Fullerton in this quarter. And here's that ball movement.
Yeah, take their time, relax, spread the defense a little bit.
I would almost you either get 5 guys on the perimeter or 6.
I would almost go to an open set for a little bit.
You go open with 6 guys on the perimeter to move the ball around, make it a little bit easier on you. Right now they're in a 2-2-2. It makes it a little bit more difficult to move the ball around. I like the aggressiveness. I like the dodge right there.
Getting a little more sense of urgency as they're
playing. We haven't
playing.
really seen him. We haven't mentioned Koenig's name at all. Here he is coming in. He's 6'3", 210 pounds. He just took 2 shots. I think this is the first time that I've really noticed him on the field. There's a turnover. Willis unfortunately turns the ball over. Good job by the Concordia defense having their sticks up in the lane. We're at the 6:15 mark of the third quarter. We got here. Concordia was down 2-1 at the end of one. And they reeled off 8 goals in the second quarter to make it 9-4 at halftime. And here we are at 11-6. And that's going to be an easy save. You've got to catch that one. Right, can't give up the rebound there. You don't give Concordia a second chance. You just can't do it. You see what happens here on this second chance.
can't let him make that turn. You know, I mean, he did a nice job down the alley. Got to roll him back, get him to the outside.
Yeah, Wilson with the goal there. No slide even thinking about coming. I mean, there wasn't even anybody within 5 yards of even thinking about coming right there.
No, and again, I thought they did a nice job of funneling him down the alley. And at that point, you got to turn him back or push him wide.
Drive him.
And he let him he got inside position on him.
He's a big boy. Wilson comes in 5'10", 185. I mean, it's a good-sized guy. You know, but once again, it goes to that second chance. I think Loreno, that shot that was taken previously, should have had it. Should have just caught it. The rebound. Logan Perry was able to pick it up and then shot the ball wide, and they maintained possession. But if Loreno catches that shot, which he probably should have.
Here they have a chance here.
Core. Wow, great save.
I mean, Concordia, to their credit, very opportunistic, taking advantage of your mistakes. Bad passes,
they take what you give
ground.
them. They take what you give them.
They're gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt you on your mistakes.
And that's what good teams do.
Yeah.
Take advantage of your mistakes. Take advantage of what you give them. We're at the 4:50 mark of the third quarter. Essentially, after the first quarter, it's been all Concordia. Wow!
Similar to that last goal down the other end.
Exactly. Snar gets his second of the day. Cal State Fullerton's not going anywhere.
No, they're not giving up.
They are not going anywhere. Right? It's a 5-goal game.
I mean, they made.
But they generate.
It looks a little bit like they found their second wind. They're moving a little better than they have.
Well, I think Coach Ansel probably told him at halftime, like, hey, multiple guys are going to have to do it. It can't just be Kowalski. It can't just be Willis. We need other guys. I mean, here's Koenig. We didn't mention his name much yesterday. We're mentioning his name for the first time today. He takes 2 shots here in the third quarter. Well, where were you in the first half? Right?
He's decided to show up.
Yeah, he's here now.
His bus was late.
I'm glad Willis didn't try to check Logan Perry there on the clear. He would have gone offsides or been called for a slash. And Bernay's getting a step on his guy every time.
I was just going to say, you know, Concordia's they're getting better position.
Yep. Johnson's trying to stay with them. But look, Bernay's the Offensive Player of the Year in the SLC for Division II. And if you don't have the energy, you're calling for a slide before he starts dodging. Right? Who's my help? Who's my help? And Bernay should know that. Bernay should know he's got him when he wants him. Wow, that's a good take by Perry. Just missing wide, but they're shooting the ball to the Loreno's offside. Right? Bernay had a nice shot to his offside. Wilson scores here to his offside. They're going offside.
Nice check on Fullerton's part.
Yep, good slide.
Again, take your time. You got just under 4 minutes.
Now they're going back.
Yeah, exactly.
First
Instead
half,
of trying to push
they're
forward.
thinking going up the field right away. Now they're going back. They're calming down. Stretch the field. He can run over.
They're going to be offsides.
No, they should be good.
They're offsides.
Well, yeah, because Core ran over.
They were playing onside, offside.
Ran over. Right. He didn't need to run over. Whoa!
And again, they're taking advantage of that mistake, and they were lucky. They were lucky there.
It's getting a little sloppy here. Both sides a little bit.
Yeah, I'd be pushing the pace here.
Yeah, I don't think Core can run right now. I think he's going to move the ball and get off the field. He should. Step in, move the ball, and there he goes.
There he goes, yeah.
Right, he's
gassed.
He's gassed. Core was the one who came down on the fast break and took that shot. Fernando made a nice save.
Now, again, if I'm Fullerton, I'd go to what's been working. I'd find that short-on-short matchup. I would invert.
I agree.
And go from behind.
I agree.
Put Concordia in a position that they're not used to playing defense on. Take them out of their comfort level, out of their comfort zone.
You're going to get a timeout here? Yeah. 2:41 mark here to the third quarter. Cal State Fullerton takes a timeout. It's going to be the first of the half. They'll have one more. Concordia has both of their timeouts remaining. So we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. This is our first of 2 games. This is our SLC Division II championship game. Concordia is trying to protect their crown, up 12-7. Cal State Fullerton's not going anywhere. It's 9-4 at halftime. We're 12-7, so both teams have scored 3 goals here in the third quarter. It's gonna be a loose ball hold.
Tangled up.
It's unfortunate because Pence did a really good job there, playing good solid D, getting the ball on the ground. Just needs to kind of let his stick go. So Cal State Fullerton, we're just coming out of their timeout. There's 2:25 to go here in the third quarter. They need a good possession here. They cannot let Concordia put up another goal to get to 13. And that's good defense right there. Not a bad goose. Good.
Played a little hockey there, just didn't work out for him.
Right. Good decision to goose it. Just the execution wasn't there.
And that's Simpson again down. So
Right. He was down once in the first half. I don't know if he's tightening up.
He may be cramping.
We never did find out what the issue was in the first half. But he took a good amount of time off. I mean, he probably took at least a quarter off before he came back in. So it looks like he's going to be all right. Train's going to come out and check him out. Coach, at the break we were talking about, Fullerton right now is ranked 17th in the country. Right, they made the national tournament last season. They're on the bubble. I like to think they're probably on the bubble. Are they going to make it in? Is their resume strong enough to get in? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think obviously, let's see how things shake out nationally and the rest.
If you compete, you make this a 1-goal game. That's going to help you, right? Or obviously, if you win this game, you're going to get in, right?
I mean, I
so
think
they got.
It's our hope as a conference to get more than one team in Division II. I mean, I think we talked the other day about Division I. About hoping to get maybe 4 or 5.
Sure. So I think we're actually just going to take a break right now. Let Simpson get worked on. It looks like actually we'll stay here. Looks like he's going to get up. He's going to get off. But I would be surprised to see him again, considering that this is his second time going down. If you missed from yesterday, he probably had the best goal, not of the tournament, but of the day, right? Because Grand Canyon had a nice one in their semifinal game on Friday night. But if you can, check out the game yesterday, Cal State Fullerton playing University of San Diego. Simpson has a nice catch on the crease and puts it between his legs and it finds the back of the net. Probably the highlight of the day during that game. So we hope he's okay, and hopefully we'll see him again.
I was going to say, I hope to see him in the fourth quarter.
Right, you hear that communication?
Fantastic.
Right? Good communication right there on the clear. And
again, he's trying to turn that corner.
Yep. I would say Concordia, when it comes to communication, is doing a better job than Cal State Fullerton. We seem to hear them pretty clearly, especially on the defensive end of the field.
Well, we haven't heard much from Fullerton, especially on their clearing opportunities. You're not hearing a whole lot of communication.
Right. So we're at the 128 mark, third quarter. Pace has slowed down here a little bit, but here comes Matranga, who's having a hell of a day. 1 goal, 3 assists. Little unforced error there by Perry at the 110 mark. Man, if Cal State Fullerton can get this within
one right
4.
Here, it's a game.
But that's clear. This has hurt them all game. Right, Concordia just in a deep ride. Good job by Kowalski coming to the ball, but they scored by 3 guys.
He's trying to split 2 or 3 guys.
I think Bernay went off sides right there. The officials didn't see it on that ride. He went over. They only had 2 guys on the offensive end of the field. Because when Kowalski hit him, he bumped him over.
I think Concordia is going to be content here to get through the quarter.
Yeah, you don't
want to give the ball up.
Yeah, don't give it back to Cal State Fullerton. We talked about this with Cal State Fullerton in the first quarter. Up 2-1, have the ball at the end of the quarter. Worst case scenario, you go up 2-1 at the quarter. So worst case here, the score's 12-7. Best case, scores 13-7. Here's Matranga. Good slide. Good ball movement here by Concordia. That ball's on Romero's ear. I think they find one down there.
They were looking.
Mayo.
They were looking.
That's the quarter. Good job. Good job by Cal State Fullerton to hold them. So 12-7 here going into the fourth quarter. Concordia leads. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. 12-7, Concordia over Cal State Fullerton. One area of the game we haven't really talked too much about is the face-offs. Concordia has 14 wins to Cal State 7, so they've doubled them up in that area, and they find themselves up 5 goals here in the fourth, and you got to give credit to Smith. I mean, Smith, he has a lot of GBs. He has 2 goals on the day.
They're coming out now in an offensive position here on the face-off. Again, if Concordia pulls forward and wins that, it's a fast break.
Right.
But I understand why they have to do that.
You got to do it. You're down 5,
and you got to get some. Get some opportunities.
Yep.
But again, you got 15 minutes to go here, just under 15 now. But again, they just got to play their offense the way they play. And again, there
you go. Pick up the ground ball. Good
successful
job.
ride, but
Star.
But a sloppy ride at that. A sloppy clear.
Sloppy clear, right. Well, it's just a tough pass. I mean, Lorena's throwing it 30, 40 yards to a guy who's got a guy on his back. I mean, it's, it's like Joe Montana trying to throw to Jerry. I mean, you're not a quarterback. That's tough. Those aren't the passes you want to throw.
But also from Fulton's standpoint as well on offense, they've had success going up against their Concordia short sticks.
Yep.
I would go behind. I would invert.
Here's Koenig. Koenig needs to get to 10 yards, maybe 9, to really take that shot on the run. I like how he's going right as guy. I mean, look, he's almost double the size, of Hernandez from Concordia. So, I mean, you like to go at that matchup all day long. But like you said, Coach, let's take them behind the goal. Right? Let's take them behind the goal.
Always, take Concordia out of their comfort zone defensively.
Good ball movement. They're moving the ball better. It's not sitting in one man's stick. But they don't have anybody at X right now. Going to do a little two-man game. Oh, Koenig got snipered there. Good hustle. Good hustle. He's going to be playing, right, without a stick. Legal procedure there by Kowalski. And here comes Romero.
He just motors, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's one man clear. No, Romero's having a great day. No goals from Romero today, but he's done a lot of the little things. Playing good, solid team defense, good defense on the ball, and he's cleared the ball a number of times on his own. We're at the 12:45 mark of the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, Cal State Fullerton was up 2-1. Wow! Betrangan with a rip. Hits off the crossbar. And there's that ride.
There's that ride.
That's a moving
tenacious
pick. That's going to be a moving pick. It's going to be Cal State Fullerton ball.
Brent losing his mind there on the sideline.
But it is. I don't know what he's losing his mind for. It's a moving pick. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah.
What? I mean, do you agree or disagree?
I agree with you totally. I mean,
it
was pretty obvious from up here. But again, and they give it up,
and it's getting chippy out there right now. It is getting chippy. Mayo did go off sides there. Emotions are high right now. Right, here we go. Cal State Fullerton's going to clear the ball.
Fullerton can get this first goal in
They
a quarter.
should be able to step in right there. All right, slow it down. Right, but Brandon Mayo did have interference, and then he did step off sides.
Yeah.
So Coach Brent, if you're watching this film later on this evening or tomorrow,
you'll see it on film.
You'll see it on film. You'll see it on film. Love the energy. Love the energy. And, that's one of the reasons why his team plays with a lot of energy. They hustle. It's an emotional team, right?
I mean, I'm a firm believer, coaches, mirror the temperament of their coaches.
No question. No question.
Teams do that, I mean, they.
Good ball movement here. Oh, good job.
Good defense.
Oh, Kowalski, nice little hitch to a goal. Wow.
And they need
that.
Stares
down Romero after the shot. They did need that one bad. That's his fourth.
Fourth goal.
Now let's see if they can get the momentum here.
Yeah, Kowalski had 7 yesterday. He's 4 today. Wow. Offside. Fernando, this is a tough one for Fernando to see. And that hitch move really set him up there. Essentially, Cal State Fullerton needs every face-off from here on out. Hobo actually popped it forward. He actually won that clamp.
Got to get the ground ball here.
And there you go. Now you're going to go back.
A smart play. Very smart play.
Easy.
Spread the field out.
Easy. Right?
Take your time. Spread the field. And here they come.
Yeah, but they're going to swarm you, right? This is where they're going to swarm you. I mean, there's 2 guys. There's 3 guys. Ball's on the ground. I mean, wow. Satoski. That's his 4th of the game. Number 12, finding the back of the net, and that ride has been, an advantage for Concordia all day long.
And again, if you're Fullerton, you're trying that same thing every time. You're trying to come across the middle of the field, and they're just waiting for you.
They're waiting. Well, there's a reason you're open at the restraint line, because they're all back.
Well, what they're doing is they're shortening up their field.
Exactly.
They're shortening it up.
They're all back. They're waiting for you. It's just like on offense, right? Cal State, they need to move the ball instead of one guy running with it. It's the same thing on the clear.
I mean, they did a nice
you need
job
to move
of getting
the ball.
the ball
Don't
back
run with it.
and spreading it or opening it up, and then they're just basically waiting for you up there at the midfield.
We're at the 10:30 mark of the 4th quarter. As you can see, 13-8 Concordia over Cal State Fullerton. And it's been all Concordia after the 1st quarter. That's a good job by Loreno coming out and knocking that down. That shows you right there that he understands the game. He understands the defense. He can see it. A lot of goalies,
they
wouldn't think about it.
They're going to stay at home.
Yeah, they wouldn't even think about coming out and knocking that pass off.
But I also think he's probably a little bit, for lack of a better term, pissed off.
Yeah, a little frustrated.
He's got to,
yeah, it's kind of like Burrell yesterday for NAU, right? Just trying to do whatever he can.
Exactly.
To get a stop. Concordia's kind of taking the air out of the ball right now. And there's that same look. There you go. Defender knocks it down. Marino comes up with it.
Relax.
Can we clear it? And there's that shorty who, there you go. Way to move the ball up the field. Move it again, but you got to throw the ball overhand. Right, that's that sidearm pass. Sidearm passes are easy to knock down.
They're shooting themselves in the foot. They do a great job of getting the ball up, and then, they're just breaking down fundamentally.
Sidearm passes are easy to knock down. We've seen that a number of times today. So we're at the 9-minute mark here in the 4th quarter, and Concordia is just taking their time. They're up 5. There's no rush. I can easily see them taking about 45 seconds to a minute off this clock.
And they should. I mean, there's no reason for them to have to push the issue right now. Let Fullerton come after you.
Especially when you're winning the face-off battle too, right? Wow, great play by Core. Picks it off. He's off to the races. Does he have the energy? Are they going to find one more? They had the one more. Right back to Core. Not really liking that.
Maybe shut it down.
They're going to, the official's going to bail him out on that one. He might have gotten pushed from behind. But he also might have gone into the crease before he got hit. That's what I saw.
I mean, at the end of this game, when Fullerton looks back at it, the key in my eyes is just their inability to clear the ball.
Yeah.
And maintain possessions. I mean, I think had they done a better job of doing that, this game would be a lot closer. Because they're getting decent looks offensively. They're just not getting enough of them.
Right. 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. This one's definitely not over, but, if you're not winning face-offs, Smith is doing a great job there, along with Hernandez. And you haven't scored 5 goals in a quarter yet, right? It's going to be tough. Right, great slide right there. And Concordia's done that all day.
Yeah,
the slide's been right on point.
And from up here, you can see it setting up. They're just waiting for you.
They're coming fast. You better be ready to move that ball if you're dodging. You have to be ready to move it.
In fact, when the ball is up top like it was just now, it's almost like almost like a hybrid zone.
Sure.
Just zoning it up the top and just waiting for you to dodge.
They still maintain. Cal State still maintains the ball. Got 6:52 to go here in the 4th quarter. And I believe Cal State needs to pick it up here a notch.
They've got to go now. I mean,
but I will say, look, Concordia Concordia's defenders are solid. You know, Pence, he's a great defender. Robinson, solid.
Nice job there, just knocking the ball down.
Yeah, I mean, that's Robinson.
And they're at a point now, is and they're really not sliding as hard.
No, they're not. They're staying tight.
But then, right there, turn and shoot. I mean, put yourself in a position to shoot the ball when you get it.
Koenig needs some new cleats. He's fallen down a couple times. I don't know what that was. They're going to get a hold here. It's going to stay Cal State's ball. If you're Coach Ansel, you might call a timeout or get some new personnel on the field because it does not look like anyone out here can actually go to the goal right now.
No, they're beat. They're exhausted.
Yeah, get a new player.
But it's also, catching the ball in a position to shoot. I mean, he caught the ball 7-8 yards out.
Right, he wasn't that.
But he wasn't looking at the cage.
He wasn't ready to shoot it. Here comes Core. He's ready to shoot it. Nice save by Fernando. And that's been a difference.
Now they got to get in. Now they got to get in.
Look at the wheels here. One more pass. Great job by Vasu. Breaks out fast. Granted, the pass wasn't perfect, but he stays with the ball, picks it off, and just off to the races. And finds
Goal number
Tatowski
12, Max Tatowski.
His fifth of the day.
for his 5th goal. Second of the quarter.
Assist by Justin Vasu.
And it's just on.
I'm waiting for timeout to tell me.
It's unfortunate right now that Cal State just doesn't have enough gas.
That could have been the nail right there.
Yeah, I think that was.
That could have been the nail.
You're down 6. The most goals you've scored in a quarter is 3. Not saying that you can't score more. Just 5.5 minutes to go here in the game, and you don't have the ball and you're not winning faceoffs. It's going to be extremely difficult, and the fatigue is against you right now.
I mean, if it's me now and I'm Concordia, I'm holding the ball, I'm moving the ball.
Take a timer on.
I would exactly.
Every time.
I would take a timer on.
Every time. Whoop.
And not even give Fulton a chance to play offense.
We're going to interference call. I don't know what that call was. Kind of looks like that was made up a little bit. Maybe a makeup call. I don't know. And now Coach Brent's going to take his timeout. It's going to be his first time out of the half, so he'll have one more. And with that, we'll take a break.
The SLC would like to ask all fans to stay in their seats. After the game, there will be an award ceremony right here in front of the SLC sign. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you can meet the players right up here behind the press box. We will also ask all fans on the south side of the field to make their way to the north side of the field.
All right, welcome back. It's 14-8 Concordia over Cal State Fullerton. It's been all Concordia after the first 15 minutes of this game. They put up 8 in the second quarter alone to take a 9-4 lead going into halftime. Essentially, they're sitting at 12-7 at the end of 3, and now here we are at 14-8, coming out of a Concordia timeout. And, Coach, we talked about this a little bit before the timeout. I mean, if you're Concordia, there's no rush. Get the timer on.
I would just
go from there.
Timer on, yeah. I mean, look, you're sitting on a 6-goal lead with under 5 to go. It's really up to Fullerton to come out and pressure the ball.
If they have the energy to even do so.
Right.
You know, and that is a question. A lot of coaches struggle with that decision. When is the time to come out and maybe double behind, like right now. Have Loreno go grab a D guy and have a D guy go behind and double the ball behind. When do you do that? I think if you're Cal State Fullerton, if that ball goes behind, you might as well go double it.
I would do it. I would do it
Right?
every possession now. I would just get on it.
You're going to get an interference. It's going to be a quick whistle here. It's going to be Cal State ball. But once again, I don't know why Concordia is going to the goal. I don't know why. I mean, why not run off a minute of the clock?
Now they got to.
then
Fullerton's got to look up. There you go.
Yeah, move the ball. Let the ball do the work. Right? It's going to make your clears so much easier.
I know it's easier from up here to see it all.
Sure.
But again, it's simple lacrosse.
Great job there by Robinson getting the ball on the ground. He's had a great game. Pence has played well. They're going to give him a loose ball push right there. .345 to go here in the game. Cal State Fullerton needs to push the ball right now. I mean, Willis, you got to go make something happen. Love to see the invert, Coach. You keep saying it. I'm with it, man. Where's the invert?
I can't invert enough.
Where's the invert? Right, Core's got some energy. You got Core, Kowalski, Willis. Simpson has not come back into the game. That hurts them, right? When you don't have a lot of bodies and you lose a guy that can score for you.
Yeah.
They're not tough.
Roster-wise, they're not that deep.
Right.
You lose one guy, it hurts you. There's a shot right there.
Wow, good rip. Good rip, not a bad rip by Hastings. But it's still from 14 yards. I mean, if you're Coach Brent, Concordia defense, you'll take Fernando making that save. Here comes that slide right there. Good slide by Matranga. And then he knocks it on the ground, and here he is hitting a guy. Oh, they're going to give him for a high hit, maybe a cross-check high hit.
I could be wrong, but I think that's Simpson again.
Is that Simpson again?
I could be wrong. No.
No. It's 23. That's going to be Goebel. Yeah, it's going to be a high hit here. We'll be able to listen into Cole Day here as part of the officiating crew.
Illegal body check, 1 minute. White 3-0, illegal, 1 minute.
Illegal body check, 1 minute on Matranga. He slid, then he got back in the hole, knocks the pass down, then hits a guy high. So he's all over the field. I mean, he's playing with energy. He's not slowing down. He's had a great day today. So we'll see. Cal State Fullerton has not scored. Actually, they did score on the man up. Their last man up, Willis scored on our side.
Look, I mean, and Concordia not laying back either. I mean, putting a lot of pressure on the ball on the man down.
They're going to carry, pop a guy off. Wow, good handle by Core inside. Great save by Fernando. That might do it, Coach. They clear the ball here. I mean, I think that they might have done it. That 14th goal might have done it, right? But I think this one's definitely going to do it. I mean, look at the wheels. Vasu can move. He has a motor.
Now they got to get after the ball now. Fullerton.
Should go double behind.
Double the ball. You're
behind,
and you're down.
Loreno should come out, send one of his poles back there, double it, shut off everybody else.
And they're all leaving now.
Let's see what you can do. We're at the 150 mark here, the fourth quarter. And I think it's safe to say that Concordia is going to come out on top. They're going to win the SLC Conference Tournament for 2016. And then they'll be tuning in tonight to see what seed they get. And Cal State Fullerton is going to be hoping to see another day. They're sitting on the bubble, probably sitting on the bubble right now. Is their resume enough to get them into the tournament, which will be here in Irvine? Just about, 30, 45 minutes down the road. Tournament starts on May 9th, and we'll go to May 14th. First rounds are at UC Irvine. So you have the first round and quarterfinals at UC Irvine. You'll have the semifinals and championship game at Chapman University. So 45 seconds to go. And I think that's all she wrote. Coach, who's your tournament MVP? Who do you like? I know I'm kind of throwing one at you right now, but who's your guy?
You know, I really like Matranga.
Matranga played well today.
Played well today.
Played well today. I'm going to go with the Smith on the faceoffs. I mean, granted, 23-8 yesterday against NAU, and they're up. They're going to win this one 14-8. Is it Smith? I mean, they dominated the faceoffs.
They did.
There's a lot of guys. There's probably a number of guys. I mean, Mayo could be Mayo. Could be a defender. Could be Pence. We don't give out, right? We don't give out the all-tournament, the player of the tournament award. But that's the one thing about Concordia is that they have guys from their goalie to their attack that can play this game.
I mean, they're an incredibly well-balanced team. I think they're going to do great in the national tournament.
So congratulations to Concordia. We're going to do a championship presentation here by our SLC president, Matt Holman, down on the field. And I hope Cal State Fullerton can see another day. I really hope the committee puts them into the tournament. They deserve it.
I mean, they have nothing to hang their heads about. They had a great year. Again, if they look back on this game and they watch the film and they just see where their shortcomings were today, I think the biggest thing that stood out in my mind was just the inability to clear the ball.
Sure.
I mean, I think Concordia put an amazing amount of pressure on them on their ride, and it paid off for them. I mean, they got. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I know they gave up a number of goals on
off the clear, off their ride. Yeah, off their ride.
They picked up a number of goals off their ride.
Yeah, but and their athleticism makes it difficult on teams to clear the ball. Because when you look at Mayo, you look at Satowski, you look at Bernay. Those three guys can run, and then you get an LSM and some of their middies in the mix. All right, great. You get by the attackman. Now here's a midi.
But again, I give credit to Coach Brent for taking the ride and making it an important part of their game. Where so many teams now kind of not neglect the ride, but they kind of it's
focus in other areas. Right, they're focusing in other areas.
They're focusing more on scoring goals or playing close defense.
Right.
But
I'm a special teams guy.
Well, he's definitely a special teams guy because their ride was phenomenal.
And their man down did well too. They gave up 1 goal on 5 penalties. I always look at special teams. How do we face off? How do we clear? How do we ride? How do we do on man down? How are we doing on man up?
It's those intangibles. I think athletically they were well matched.
Yeah.
I think the little intangibles was where they.
Yeah. I agree. So once again, congratulations to Concordia. Worst case, I'm thinking maybe a 2 seed. Best case, obviously get the 1 seed. We'll see what happens tonight when the selections come out. So we'll have Grand Canyon taking on Chapman in our SLC Division I championship game. Should be a battle. I think it's going to be an up-tempo game, and Coach Pete and I will come back with our thoughts roughly 12, 15 minutes before that one starts. That one will start in about 45 minutes, and we'll be back.
Okay, I'm Matt Holman down here with Coach Ryan Brent. Coach, congratulations on the championship. I just want to award you this trophy on behalf of the SLC. Shake your hand. Say congratulations. Good job, guys.
2016 SLC champion.